How we doing, everybody? Welcome back here to MarineMax in Pompano Beach. My name is Chris Wenstrom, and today we're going to be walking through one of the most popular boats in Sea Ray's lineup. Welcome to the brand new Sea Ray 320 Sundancer, now powered with outboards. We're going to go ahead and do a comprehensive walkthrough video and show you why this is a perfect boat for you and your family. So we're going to start here, work on our way actually to the transom, and then we'll go ahead and work our way through the boat. So as you can see, I do have a nice wide walkway as I walk here in and out of the boat. And the nice thing with the outboards and what Sea Ray's done very well is they've maintained a walkable transom. So at a 10.7 beam, you can see back here, I still have a ton of entertaining space. If I wanted to have the kids have a place to be able to jump on and off the boat, this allows me to do that while still maintaining my outboard power. So with this configuration, I do gain some storage back here on the transom. Here on the far port side is where my battery switches are going to be, as well as my shore power hookup, fresh water source as well. Nice turnstile locking latch there. And then here in the center is going to be a great compartment to store additional fenders, additional dock lines, tons of space in here, maybe some small water toys for the kids, but a great place to kind of keep everything nice and tucked out of the way. As you can see, all nicely finished out fiberglass on both sides, so you don't have any raw exposed edges anywhere, and gas assisted struts to keep this in place. You don't have to worry about holding it open while you're trying to retrieve any items inside. As we do work our way into the boat, you do have a convenient fresh water sprayer right here upon entry. So if you do have some sandy feet or you wanted to rinse off before you came on board, there is a fresh water system there. And then this gate does close off for added security as well. The nice tinted glass right there in the center. As we work our way through, you can see this boat was optioned with the teak flooring option. So a nice touch, a little bit of an elevated fit and finish here from Sea Ray with the teak overlay. And then if you see, there is a receiver here right in front of my wraparound seating, which is actually a mount for a table. So the table can come in here. You can actually also install a filler cushion on top of that table to give you a nice sun pad here to relax if I do want to catch some rays out in the sun. A couple cup holders here mounted as well. And as you can see, a beautiful stitch job. This is actually the ivory interior, so it is a white base with a very dark, almost chocolate brown accent, as you can see with that contrast stitching. Really, again, elevates that fit and finish that Sea Ray is known for. Convenient stainless steel grab handles underneath all of my seats, and underneath all of these seats is storage. Wanted to show under this compartment, this is actually an additional carry-on cooler. So I do have a cooler that I can remove if I wanted to bring it onto the beach that day or bring it into the house to fill up with ice before we do come on the boat. And then here on the starboard side is a summer kitchen. So this boat was optioned for an additional storage bin on top. And then when I do have the lid closed, you can see it's a nice serving station with this beautiful Corian countertop, sink with lid with dedicated storage. Underneath, I do have additional storage if I wanted to keep any additional items in here. It's a great place to tuck some belongings away. And then just to the right of that is my dedicated trash receptacle. So a nice place to be able to toss some garbage for the day, so you don't have to worry about bringing a trash bag on board. Everything can go right in there. And with this observer seat, you can see it really adds to the entertaining space. If I did have some guests over here, I have an additional observer seat here, and also this is where my AC vented as well. So this is a nice cool seat, give you a little bit of air conditioning if you wanted to sit here and face your guests. And with the table up, you can actually have a meal here, all under the protection of this massive hardtop. So you can see a tremendous amount of shade, all nicely framed out, nice stainless steel supports. And then if you see, there is a track that runs all the way around this boat. And so what this is for is if I wanted to completely enclose this, I do have an isinglass enclosure to give me a little bit more protection. As we work our way forward with this observer seat, you can see it is a two-way backrest. So if I wanted to use this as an aft-facing lounge, I can kick my feet up and use that backrest to be able to lounge here comfortably, again, all under the protection of the hardtop. And if we are underway, slide this back into its original position and you have a forward-facing lounge. The way this boat was designed was with the coupe windshield. So you can see I do have a full glass windshield here, but I did maintain the opening side, so I still do have some natural air that can flow through the cockpit here. But it's nice to give me a little bit more protection for any head seas that we may have or any rain that we run into with that full glass enclosure, and then that'll completely seal off and give me full protection there for the helm. And speaking of the helm, we'll go ahead and work our way forward here. Individual flip down bolsters. You can also use them as a seat if you wanted to have a little bit higher elevation to be able to see. But I got this nice, soft touch vinyl that actually is going to knock down a little bit of glare off of your screens, and also any reflection off of your smooth surface gel coat there to eliminate any glare that you may have when you are operating the vessel. I do have two Simrad 12-inch multifunction displays, all flush mounted up against this beautiful black acrylic, two beverage holders, and then a Fusion Bluetooth stereo, again flush mounted, nice and even with this beautiful black acrylic dash. All of my switches are backlit by LEDs, so you can see which ones are active. Steering wheel is on a tilt base, and then my teak overlay also does include this step as well, so if I am wanting to operate the boat with the bolster up, I can have my feet elevated as well. And then over here on the starboard side, I do have my trim tabs, so I can actually change the attitude of the ride with the tabs there. And then throttle's conveniently located right next to me here with the joystick right behind. So the joystick is a great function, be able to hold the boat in place if you have a little bit of current. It also allows me to slide the boat laterally if I am trying to work my way into a dock. So super ease of maintenance with the joystick, which has become a very popular option for outboard power. As you work your way up into the bow, wanted to note an additional storage compartment here on the side, so if you wanted to hang some additional fenders or dock lines, you can tuck those away in there. Elevated step to get up to the bow. As I mentioned, the windshield does close off. I also do have a wind door that will completely seal the cockpit off from the bow. With my steps, as I do work my way forward, you can see this one is actually slotted. So what that's for is if I do have some rain or I do have some of the elements that are coming into the bow of the boat and they are going to run their way backwards, the drain will actually catch that water so water isn't flooding into the main cockpit, getting your feet or any of your gear wet. Going to work your way forward. Nice padded bolster here just for a little bit added comfort. Teak flooring runs all the way up into the bow, and to one of the most popular features on the 320 Sundancer is this triple wide lounge. So a great place for your guests to be able to relax up here comfortably with the safety of this very high bow rail, so you don't have to worry about accidentally falling out of the boat. You got great protection up here, and then an additional storage compartment up in the front of the boat here for additional fenders if you wanted to have something else up front, and also access to your ground tackle up here as well. Navigation lights are already fixed in place, but a great entertaining space to be able to relax up here in the bow if you wanted to get some additional sun. With all this functional space for your day boating activities, you can see, as I mentioned, tremendous amount of room for you and your guests to be able to move around here comfortably. But what's great is even though I still have an open bow seating arrangement, I still do maintain the option for a cabin down below. So let's go ahead and look at how much space we have down below in the cabin. Now we're down below here in the cabin of this 320 Sundancer, and as you can see, a beautiful arrangement here for our forward V berth. I do have the table installed and my filler cushion on top, so you can see how much space there actually is here when we are going to be overnighting on this boat. But some of the details, as you can see, really beautiful natural light that comes through with some privacy shades. So I do have some curtains that can close off to give me a little bit more privacy up here. But when they are open, it's nice to allow some natural light to come in. I also do have some lights here in the headboard, so you can see it really does illuminate inside of here. And the table is removable and also on a high-low pedestal. So if I wanted to bring the table up and use this as more of a gathering setting to have a meal, that gives you the option to do that as well. Also down here in the cabin, I do have a wet head, complete with single basin sink, additional storage, and the shower head will actually pull out and clip in right here, so I can actually rinse off and take a shower in here. All nice high gloss finish wood, again just adding to the fit and finish of the Sea Rays. I also do have an additional refrigerator and microwave, storage underneath, and as you can see, some non-skid tread here on my steps as I work my way in with a grab handle and grab handle for added security. And then the nice thing about the 320 Sundancer is that this allows me to have a mid-berth as well to allow the kids or an additional couple to be able to sleep down here as well. Nice lighting throughout. I've got some reading lights as well, additional storage, plugs as well for any electronics we wanted to plug in. So you can see a very versatile boat without sacrificing any room. Thank you so much for joining us as we toured this Sea Ray 320 Sundancer. We'd love to have you come by and take a look at this boat in person with one of our sales professionals. Again, my name is Chris Wenstrom. If you'd like to stop by, give me a call on my cell phone at 727-460-4175. Thank you.